Hi, this is Robert. I thought I'd make a couple videos today, so this is another one of them. Every once in a while, I have lunch with my friend Christine Alexander, and it's, she and her husband are an amazing couple, and they have a company called Alexander HVAC, and they're a great team. And so every once in a while, I talk to Christine, and we go back to like the I don't know, probably entrepreneur organization days, and I used to give talks about promoting your business and your websites and online marketing and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun, and it seems like every time I've seen her in the past couple of years, she always asks me, so in a way, what have I learned? Like, what's important? Like, what's going on with me? And what have I learned? What's really important? Like, okay, so, well, being diagnosed with a terminal condition, that really sucks. I learned that. What you do as a result of that is completely up to you. And I was only given, so 1 or 2 years basically, and that was in 2014. So it's going on 5 years, and in the world of medical treatment, 5 years is almost considered a cure for this kind of thing. If you can make it, if you could die on the first day of the 6th year, and you're still considered damn near a cure. So I mean, that's how serious this thing has been. But so what have I learned? So okay, you get diagnosed, and surgery, and okay, recover from surgery. So let's take surgery out of the picture, and now what do I do? So occasionally I've had to do chemo, but now what do I do? What's important? And I've tried to figure that out, and I realized, like, it should be obvious to most people. I mean, the most important things in life are your family and your friends, and friends are just family that you make for yourself. And it's a very special category. But think about it. You want to hang out with people that you consider your friends, and what makes them your friends? I don't know. But I'm finding out that the people that are truly your friends are the ones that make it a point to show up, or to ask how you're doing, or that kind of thing. And sometimes that could be a function of how much attention you pay to the world. I mean, when was the last time you just called somebody up and said, "Hey man, I was just thinking about you, how you doing?" Or send them an email, or send them a text. People that you haven't really spoke to in a while, but you care about them because of the course of your life. Maybe they were important. Maybe they were important to you. Maybe they taught you something. Like my first client, Andreas Gazzarosian. He's an incredible guy in New York, and he ran a commercial leasing real estate business. And I remember saying to him, I'm getting nervous. You're my first client, you're my only client, and what do I do now? And he said, you know what you have to do? You have to not worry about anything. Just it's like karma works in the world. You put things out there, and you do good things in the world. You do good things for people in the world, and all of a sudden the world just says, oh, okay, well, we'll give you some stuff back. Here's a new person. Here's a new client. Here's a new friend. Here's whatever. And I've discovered that it really works like that. It works like that. So care about people, care about your family, care about your friends, show them you love them, and that will come back manyfold. It will, I promise. The other important things are, looking to make right the things that you can. And there are many things in my life that I have messed up in some way. I was out of integrity on, things like that, whatever they may be. The most important ones are with your family. And, if you hate your mom or your sister or your brother or something like that for some stupid reason, maybe you might want to reevaluate that and, find a way to implement some forgiveness. Forgive yourself, forgive them. Those are good things to do. Those are very good things to do, because if you leave stuff out there to the extent that you can, give it a word, pay it a little attention, maybe fix it, make somebody feel better, put something behind you, help somebody else put something behind them with respect to you. Those are things that you and others can move forward from that point. So imagine moving forward from a point. Well, imagine getting stuck at a point. Imagine you had some words with someone that you kind of care about, but you really haven't talked to them in a while. And what does that mean? So you're might be estranged in some way. And the possibility is that you are not. That you're not stuck, but you and whoever else are stuck. You're stuck at this point in the past, holding on to it, won't let it go. So what do you need to do? You need to let it go. Just let it go. And if you do, you'll be a lot happier. They'll be a lot happier. I was talking to my brother, and he says, it only takes one person to let go of the rope. And if the rope is an argument, if the rope is a fight, if the rope is a difference of opinion, and you're both holding on to your position, and you're both pulling on that rope, well, it only takes one person to let go. Now, the other person might still hold on to it, I suppose. Metaphors, they like that. But it takes one person to let go of something. I can think of a lot of things, but I think the most important things in my life, I managed to deal with most of them. I've dealt with things with my sons, and I realize, given one or 2 years, and I'm here, going on 5, and those other 3 years, I've had an opportunity. It's like I was given this opportunity. I guess it's like Alcoholics Anonymous. You make a list of people that you've wronged or something like that. Not that doesn't mean wronged. It just means maybe your relationship is out of whack. And just go talk to them. And I've been given this opportunity to fix relationships and develop relationships, solidify relationships, both among family, friends. And it's been really, really nice to be able to do that, because Christine wants to know what's really important. Love is important. Family is important. Whatever you can do to contribute to other people's lives by showing them love, by showing them the way you really feel, and giving in that way. Because it's not about things like, okay, I don't have some, I don't have trust funds that I'm leaving my sons or something like that. I remember, I tried to get the brass ring as an entrepreneur a couple times, got close, but, so I don't have trust funds to leave them. but I'm not going to leave them. I don't want to leave them with stuff from the past, you know. I want them to be free, and free to love, free to laugh, you know, knowing that, you know, that's where I came from. That's what I want for them. Sorry. Side effect of chemo, runny nose. So I don't know, Christine, what's important? What's important is that you, every once in a while, call me up and we go to lunch. What's important is that you've been my friend. What's important is that my time here is amongst all of these wonderful people has been given an opportunity for me to try to make it better, give something back, forgive it, let it go, let go of the rope, and just really look at people with compassion and see people in a different way. You know, when you look at people and you see through the eyes of compassion, which I'm finding is something that you develop, and you can develop it fairly quickly if you look for the right thing in people. Don't look to criticize, just look to appreciate. Just look to discover, you know, who is this person really? If somebody's a happy person, if somebody's, you know, they occur to you like they're unhappy or angry or something like that, what do? Do you look past that? Is that your final judgment? What something occurs like, or do you hold out the possibility that maybe there's some momentary thing going on there? Maybe they lost someone in their life and they're unhappy. maybe they're having problems with their family or something. You never know. You have to develop a broad sense of compassion, where the possibility is that all people are just worthy and exceptional and wonderful, and that all the judgment beyond that is yours, and yours to decide on. And if what you see with your eyes in a brief glimpse is all you can come up with, then you're not looking hard enough. And you're also keeping your own thoughts and prejudgments. You're holding on to them too hard. Let them go. There's a lot you can do with your own self. I've had some interesting philosophical conversations about the nature of our perception. And our perception is, well, it's all about what we think we understand. And what we think we understand is that maybe, we think we understand the definition of a word. We have this little thing in our hand, we call it a phone. All right. Well, if it's a phone or a smartphone, then, clearly it's not a car. So your understanding of what something is precludes what else it might or might not be. And I mean, that's a gross mismatch example. I understand this to be an orange, well, therefore it can't be an apple. I don't know. That one seems to make sense. But then there's things about people, and there's softer topics that you think you understand, and your understanding limits the possibility of what else there could be there in another person, in your own life, in your perception of everything. So be careful what you think you know, and take it from a person who I've had completely obnoxious moments in my life. Too many of them to count where, oh, we have a motorcycle here. Oh, it's going away now. But yeah, I mean, think about that. I've had all these moments in my life where I've been obnoxious and I thought I knew everything, and people will tell you that I was just an asshole. And in a lot of ways, I mean, I wasn't always an asshole, but just I was so sure of so many things. I guess I'm basically an intelligent person, but when you're young and stupid and intelligent. And you get older and you get hopefully less stupid, and you start to realize that what you think you know is suspect. So don't think you know everything. You don't know everything. And it's what you know, or what you think you know, that prevents you, that gets in the way, that builds walls, that keeps you from fixing and having relationships, that keeps you from doing things, serving others. It just completely gets in the way. It's almost like you want to take an eraser to your brain. And in some cases, in some areas, just start from scratch. Say, all right, I don't know. I thought I knew, but I don't know. And now I'm going to learn. And I think, Christine, what did I learn after I got diagnosed is that now I'm going to do things different, but I'm going to actually do it. I know a lot of people don't do that. They might just succumb and say, oh, well, I'm gone. But I just took it as an opportunity, and no, I haven't learned everything, but I've learned a few things, like some of the stuff I've been talking about, and I hope that I've been a better person and a better friend and a better brother and son and father and all those things. I used to think I know what those things meant. Well, then I explored them a little more, and I found that they meant so much more, and I had no idea. I'm so grateful. I'm very grateful. So I guess you can be grateful for cancer. I don't like the idea that it might kill me, but it certainly wised my ass up. It certainly smacked me. It was like a skin bracer. It smacked me across the face, get my attention, and all in one shot, life as I knew it was over. But life as I knew it was broke anyway. So I got to think about what else? What else? What can I do now? And that's what this has been about. So thanks for listening. I'll see if I can make a few more of these recordings, and we'll see what we come up with. Bye, everybody.